Welcome back. You're still with us on Markets Today. Let's go over the rest of the headlines that we're tracking for you. The fourth headline for the day is L&T Finance was up more than 3% in trade today after disbursals for the third quarter rose 19% on a quarter-on-quarter basis. Abhishek is here with the details. Abhishek?
Well, the disbursements continue to remain strong, up about 32.8% YOY and about 19.1% sequentially. However, this is not translating into meaningful AUM growth because in the last 8 quarters, if you see, the disbursements have been close to 79,800 crore, while the AUM has declined by 11,670 crores. So AUM growth continued to remain weak, up just 3.4% YOY, while it has declined by 1.85% sequentially. Even the focused AUM has declined by 1.8% quarter-on-quarter. ROE continues to remain weak at about 8.4% when compared to 8% in the previous quarter. However, the P&L has been strong given the fact that the net interest margin is at all-time high of 7.4%, and X of exceptional one-off items that you have, the PAT has grown by 39.3% YOY and about 11.8% sequentially. The asset quality largely stable, but slight hiccup given the fact that gross NPA ratio is at 4.21% when compared to 4.02% in the previous quarter. Back to you.
Thank you very much for that. Let's talk about Justdial. The stock was locked in an upper circuit of 10% after a strong showing in Q3. Revenues have come in at 8% on a quarter-on-quarter basis, up nearly 40% on a year-on-year basis. Look at the revenue trajectory. Revenues have been pretty steady over the last 3 quarters, and on a year-on-year basis, the growth rates have only been improving, and this quarter it hit nearly 40%. Margins expanding for the third consecutive quarter. It's come in at a 7-quarter high at 12.2%. Profits up 44%. Paid campaigns, that's up nearly 19% on a quarter-on-quarter basis. Citi says Q3 numbers, the top line was in line, margins were a beat, but valuations are inexpensive because remember, out of the market capitalization of 5,500 crores, nearly 4,000 crores is the cash on the books. So if you look at the valuation X of the cash, according to Citi, it's pretty inexpensive, which is why they have a buy rating with a target price of 735. Justdial, the stock was very excited in trade. Another one, Sula Vineyards, was also higher in trade. The winery gained 15% after reporting its highest ever quarterly sales. Mangalam is here with more details.
Well, I may not be drinking, but I definitely could have been visiting one of those parks, etc., right? But, Sula Vineyards reported a strong third quarter update. It's a 13% jump in their overall revenues year on year. And it's the highest that the company has reported on a quarterly basis. It's also the first time they've reported numbers ever since they've listed. So a 13% jump in their own brand consumption, which is the mainstay of the company. The other part of the business, which is also tourism, wine tourism, has seen a 13% growth. From the start of this year to now, there's been a 28% jump in their own brand's revenue and 48% jump in wine tourism as well. And that, of course, comes on a low base. Going forward, wine tourism business doing well could be a bigger trigger for them because this is a high margin product. And another important trigger for them is their new capacity coming on stream, 2.5 million litre cellar, which has come on stream right in time for the 2023 grape harvest season, which the company's release suggests that is likely to be strong. So, if the harvest season is good, with them having increased capacity could do well for them, and that would mean that there could be further support for volumes going ahead as well. So good update, good outlook, and the stock up 11%.
Sula, that's the category creator in this segment. Let's get to the fifth headline then. Gold shines for the second straight day. Domestically, it's hit a fresh all-time high. Expectations of a lower Fed rate hike on the 1st of February amid softening U.S. inflation and a weakening in the dollar index. Remember, the dollar index has fallen to levels of 102, and both these factors are supporting gold prices. Manisha is here with more details.
It's the second straight session of all-time highs for the gold prices in the Indian markets, and with this we've reached above 56,500 rupees per 10 grams. When you look at the gold price trajectory, we've gained 5% from the month of January. It was nearly 4% up for December and 7% up in the month of November as well. In the international markets, the gold prices have gained up by $300 per ounce in the last 3 months as well. Some people are calling it overbought, but until the time the gold prices on chart hold at $1880 per ounce on the lower side, markets do believe that this rally could perhaps consolidate, even continue on the higher side. 25 basis point of a rate hike in the first week of Feb from US Fed has been baked into the prices now. Any surprises there is what would give you a knee-jerk reaction coming in. The US dollar index trading at a 7-month lows. The treasury yields on the lower side. Slowdown concerns are some of the factors which have led to buying in gold. Add to that the Indian wedding season, which has kick-started. And remember, 50% of jewelry that's bought in India happens during the wedding season. So that is where further support comes in from as well. And then you have the banks and brokerages also expecting that in the international markets as well, you could be looking at gold making all-time highs. Yet again, most of the banks and brokerages do believe that $2,000 per ounce, once that is seen or reached on the higher side, we are headed towards 2100, 2200 are the kind of levels that banks like Saxo Bank, Citi, Bank of America, Goldman Sachs seem to be talking about.
All that glitters is expensive. Manisha, thank you very much for that. With that, it's a wrap on this edition of Markets Today. Continue watching CNBC TV 18 for more business updates.